Hello YouTube, this is Operation Reclamation US-China 3. Very interesting game. I'll go over the board just a bit and after I sort of do my purchases. So US got its tech this turn, so it's spending 6. It's spending, I think this is 48 on a carrier, a battleship, a destroyer, and an artillery. And then it's spending 16 for 4 infantry and an artillery. China will be buying 2 guys for 6 and saving 1. So let me get this out of the way. Interesting game. So, what's happened so far is Germany has found an infatuation for bombers, dare I say heavy bombers, and has 5 of them on the board. You have quite the German army sitting in Bessarabia. The Germans are about to take Leningrad, probably for the game. And then the Germans have a few units sort of spread out in France, and I don't really know what Chaplin's doing, but that's fine. I think you should send all those guys to their death in the cold waste of Siberia, but that's okay. UK is looking good on its home country, no real threats. There are 4 planes in Western Germany. The US has bought some transports and assembled some dudes. We've got a big fleet in 91, and the Allies own Gibraltar. Calcutta is looking pretty good. Commonwealth, I got a few men, and there's a few more British guys sitting down in Africa, but Africa looks pretty good. On the Middle East, UK has taken Iraq and Eastern Iran. Calcutta's kind of safe, and then Japan has gone absolutely batshit crazy, excuse my French. The Japanese have built 4 factories in China. Very interesting move, Wild Bill, like it. Japan attacked early and hard. And on turn 1, they forwent their bonus and attacked French Indochina and Thailand. Turn 2, they came down, took Borneo, took Malaya, took the Philippines, took Guam. And then turn 3, the Japanese decided to go take a swing at Sydney. So you got the entire Japanese fleet pretty much. 4 transports sitting off the coast of Australia. And you got the Australians sitting down for a last scale defense. US is consolidated in Hawaii, and China's looking dearth. The Russians haven't yet moved into Amur or done anything with those guys. And the other Russians have been called home to the motherland. So interesting game, very excited. Turn 3. Axis, are doing well, but that's the way these games typically go, and then hopefully, the things kind of change. So, from a U.S. perspective, no combats this turn, just a couple of non-combat moves. Sorry, let me just fix this camera. Let me get into it. So the sub in 26 is going to go to 22. The 2 planes in Wake are going to come back to and land on Hawaii. The forces in Hawaii are on the island, not in the sea zone. The transport, and I will go ahead and reveal my tech, which is heavy transports in sea zone 10. Is going to pick up an infantry and artillery and a AAA and offload them into Hawaii. On this side of the board, I don't think there are any other pieces to move at this point, so we'll go over to the other side. On this side of the board, the two transports that are in 91 are going to come back to 101. The 2 transports in 101 are going to go to 91 and offload 2 mechs, 2 infantry, and 2 artillery into Gibraltar. the bomber in Casablanca, I'm not going to count it out, I know it can make it, is going to come back to Eastern. And that is the US non-coms. So then China, which is very thin, is going to decide to be a bit aggressive this turn. So in China, 3 guys in Suiyuan and the fighter are going to attack Hopei. And then the guy in Suiyuan and the guy in Sichuan are going to attack the guy in Shenxi. So not great rolls, 2 1s versus a 2, but something we'll try. So let's go ahead and roll that. So we'll roll the Hopei first. So it's 3 1s and a 3 versus a 3 and a 2. So can you see that? Yep, so this is the Chinese attack into Hopei. One hit. Holy crap, 1 hit. Versus the Japanese response, of course, 2 hits. So I'll assume he loses the tank. I'm just kidding, of course. I have a 3 and a 1 versus a 3. Oh my God. He hit. What do I do here? What do I do here? So right now, the Chinese have been abysmal. I have lost 3 guys. He has lost 1. We have a fighter against a tank. I think I have to roll it. I don't know. Forgive me, Detroit, if I'm making the wrong decision, but I don't think I can leave that tank there. Hit. So the tank is dead. Now, be kind, dice. Miss. Whoa. Beautiful. So Hopei did not revert back the Chinese, but the Japanese tank was destroyed. So now I have 2 infantry against a single, 2 Chinese infantry that are unsupported against a single Japanese infantry. And hopefully my dicing has changed. Oops. So he got a hit, I did not. What do I want to do? That was not part of the plan. I guess I will retreat and call off the battle, because now all I have is a 1 versus a 2. Wow, dice were cold today. Wild Bill has put a spell on the Chinese, but that's okay. That's the way it rolls. So the infantry will retreat back to Suiyuan. The fighter will come to Shanghai. The 2 new Chinese will be placed in Shanghai. And given that the Chinese don't have many pieces, I'll go ahead and do a disposition of forces. So in Suiyuan, I have a single Chinese infantry. By the way, if you can tell, I just got a new set of Chinese infantry from Wolf Den's design, and they're absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll show you up close, right, what they look like. Just absolutely gorgeous. So the man is a magician when it comes to painting. And then in Shanghai, I have 2 Chinese infantry and a Chinese fighter. So the Chinese are not in great shape, but it is what it is. From a U.S. deployment perspective, a battleship, aircraft carrier, and a destroyer are going to go down into C-Zone 10. The artillery will go into San Francisco. And then in the western U.S., eastern United States, I will deploy 4 infantry and artillery, and 2 more infantry. So From disposition of forces in CZone 101, there are 2 transports. In eastern United States, there are 5 U.S. infantry, 2 artillery, a mech, 2 AAA, and a strategic bomber. In Gibraltar, there are 2 infantry, 2 mech, and 2 artillery. Go U.S. In C-Zone 91, there is a U.S. carrier with an American fighter. It also has a British fighter, an American cruiser, an American destroyer. In Hawaii, there are a battleship, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, 2 aircraft carriers with 3 fighters and a tactical bomber, 3 transports. I think that's it. On the island of Hawaii, there are 2, 4, 5 infantry, a AAA, 2 artillery, and a tank, and 2 fighters. In C-Zone 10, there's an aircraft carrier, a battleship, a destroyer. In Western United States, there is an artillery and a AAA. From an income perspective, U.S. is at 50. It's deployed on both sides. It didn't save anything, so its income is 70 this turn. And then China did abysmal, didn't take friggin' anything. So China's income is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It saved 1, so China will have 6 for next turn. U.S. will have 70. Really interesting game. We'll see sort of how the Axis aggression and infatuation with either bombers, heavy bombers, or industrial complexes turns out. I've never seen 4 industrial complexes bought by Japan. I think it's really cool to see it, and hope it's not a winning strategy, but it could be, and interested to see sort of how it plays itself out. I think very interesting game. I'm out. Stop.